As an employer, one of the toughest tasks that you will have is who to hire and when. Currently, there is a law that is being considered that would require you to change your whole recruitment process. There are 66 counties and 13 states that have already passed the law. The name of this law is Ban the Box. And what Ban the Box requires is that you remove the box from your job application that inquires about past convictions or felonies or arrest records. In addition, if you choose to advertise the job, you're not allowed to mention arrests or convictions being a disqualifying factor for employment. And finally, you're not allowed to do a background check until the end of the application process. I believe that promotes fairness and open-mindedness. It gives you the opportunity to judge each and every applicant based on qualifications and not so much a past conviction that more than likely has nothing to do with the job that they're trying to get. There are people that oppose the law, claiming that it's going to make the application process lengthy, time-consuming, and what if the employer needs the position filled immediately and they're going to have to do all this extra work? I don't agree with that. I feel that if you're allowed to check out a greater applicant pool, you're going to pick what is best for your company, what is best for your needs, and you're going to walk away from the situation with the best possible employee for the job. Also, people are saying that negligent hiring lawsuits are going to increase. The only way that you as an employer are going to be susceptible to such a lawsuit is if you bring somebody in and you do not read the application, check the references, conduct an interview, and the person goes on to do something heinous to somebody else that works in your facility. I think this law is a reasonable law because it gives somebody a chance at employment that they currently don't have. Right now, if you check that box, your stuff goes in the trash, they don't care. They don't even give you a second look. And that is too bad. I am here today in support of a law that is being proposed on the current ballot. The law is currently in effect in 13 states and 66 counties. The name of the law is Ban the Box. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Ban the Box, the law requires employers to remove the box that inquires about past convictions or arrests from the job application. It also requires that the employer put off doing a criminal background check until the end of the application process. This gives the employer the opportunity to make a judgment about a person based on their qualifications and talents and not so much a past conviction. I believe that this law would benefit our community because we would see a reduction in crime rate. These felons are going to have a job. They're going to have a reason to live an honest life. They're going to have a reason to stay out of prison. They're going to be giving back to their community for once. They're going to feel a sense of belonging and they're going to have pride, and they're not going to want to reoffend in something that belongs to them. And with this, we're going to save money on incarceration rates. They're not going to be in prison. It's like $60,000 a year to put somebody in prison. Well, why not put them to work instead of prison? Their families are going to be less likely to need public assistance as much as they are now. And then the employers get a tax credit called the Work Opportunity Tax Credit, which is a very generous tax break for each and every felon that they hire. And then we have the tax revenue that they're going to be generating because they're working, which is also a perk to the community. I think that this law would end a social injustice that has been going on for way too long. When somebody's released from prison, parole, probation, they have paid their debt to society. It's not our job as a society to continue on with the punishment and then complain when we have high crime rates, poverty levels, and unemployment rates. As far as I'm concerned, when somebody gets released, their sentence is done. And it's not our job to carry it on and to have them keep reliving it. I also think it's very unreasonable for employers to refuse to hire somebody for a crime that was unrelated to the job they are seeking. You're not going to give somebody with numerous DUIs a job at your taxi cab company. You're not going to put a drug dealer in the pharmacy, and you're not going to put a pedophile in a daycare center or give them a nursing license. That's all given. This law in no way challenges that type of rules. All this law does is force the employer to look at each applicant based on their ability. And if a felony does turn up in the background check, to consider if the felony affects their ability to do the job or not. So this job is a great asset because it promotes fairness. And it gives somebody a chance that otherwise wouldn't have it.